With SensiStep, we can easily measure the force that a patient exerts on a foot, and we can provide immediate feedback about that to the patient. The KISS principle applies here. Keep it simple, stupid. Make it understandable and easy to use for everyone. We often get the questions from patients like, "Is what I am doing correct, doctor?" And actually, we can't give a good answer to that. Using SensiStep, we can give feedback to the patient about how much loading they put on their leg, and we know whether they follow our advice correctly.
The SensiStep system is intended for all patients for whom registering and monitoring of loading of a leg matters. These could be patients with leg fractures, but also patients who have difficulties while walking. For example, people that have suffered a stroke. I notice a big difference in the results of rehabilitation between patients that use SensiStep and patients that do not use SensiStep. While using SensiStep, I can continuously monitor and record what the patient is doing during each step. SensiStep basically consists of three parts: the sandals, which contains a sensor, the Sensi, which is worn around the wrist of the patient and which gives immediate feedback with lights about the loading of the patient, and the tablet, which is used by the healthcare professional and which shows a graph of the loading pattern of the patient. In the application, you can set the target weight in kilograms, and in the graph you can see directly whether the patient is doing it right.
We've developed SensiStep for patients who are rehabilitating after a leg fracture, but it's also very suitable for other patient groups. These could be patients who have to limit the weight on one of their legs, or patients with chronic pain. But these could also be patients with diabetes who have problems with their feet. So there are many different groups of patients for whom this is suitable. We developed the idea for SensiStep a long time ago, but it took us several years before we could actually start creating the system. The technical developments proceeded fairly quickly after Ponce Medical brought us in contact with Evalan. Evalan has now brought SensiStep to the market.
Since SensiStep accurately registers the loading that is exerted on a leg, it is less likely that a patient places too much or too little loading on his leg.
I have many patients who need to limit the loading on their leg. With SensiStep, I know they can carry out their exercises correctly.
The SensiStep system consists of 4 pairs of sandals, the Sensi, a tablet with the Step app application, and a force sensor.